Well, it's really my joy this morning to welcome my brother Derek Prime up here. Thanks for coming this morning. You had me a bit nervous, came a bit later than normal.
I am nervous.
Well, I was a bit nervous because I didn't see you in your usual place when I got here this morning, but I'm glad to see you.
Yes, thank you.
And a few weeks ago, Derek's latest book was published. It's called A Good Old Age, an A to Z of loving and following the Lord Jesus in later years. And I had the privilege of reading the manuscript. I think it's a terrific book, and I just want to kind of give it a bit of a launch to our church this Sunday. And so, Derek, well done on this book. Tell us, why did you write it, and how long did it take?
Well, I wrote it because I'm qualified to write it. I'm 86 and soon be 87, God willing. So it goes back a while. I think it was really that when I stopped preaching, because there came a time when I shouldn't do that anymore, various ideas came to me, and to keep my own brain cells working, I'd had on my mind how important it is in old age to know what God's will is, and not to be a grumpy old man. Now, the other question was...
Oh, well, how long did it take?
How long did it take? Well, rather like Topsy, it grew. It must go back about 7 years when I began. And when I wasn't doing anything else of a morning, I would be working on it. The thing was that I felt that I wanted something that would really express positive things that were relevant to Christians at all ages in their life, but not least when we're older. The problem was I couldn't do it until I found something for the letter X. Because I've taken every letter of the alphabet, something I've done with children in days gone by at the chapel, but an A to Z of old age. But I suddenly found the X, the most exciting thing.
Don't tell them, it'll keep them as a cliffhanger.
I won't, okay, that's right, yes.
So you've got, A is for acceptance, and when you get to X, this is how it starts. I wouldn't be surprised if before reading our first chapter, you looked up what the letter X represents. Well, in order to find out, you're going to need to get a book for yourself. It's actually a great gift for people who aren't grumpy. It's actually, I found it edifying because I'm not 50 yet, and I think I'm starting to get grumpy. So I would really encourage, it's a very useful book. And it's been exciting to see bit by bit Derek kind of working through this book. Every time I've popped in to see him, I asked, which letter are you up to? What are some of your hopes for this book, Derek?
I hope it will be an encouragement to people. It's interesting, you're not 50 yet.
No.
Right, well, when Paul writes to Titus and talks about the older women and the older men, the Greek word that he uses is the word that was used for the sixth stage of life among the Greeks, beginning at 50.
Right.
But I think it's quite interesting because it means that when the Bible does talk about old people or older people, if you're over 50, that's you. And I've been aware that some of my friends, I hope they forgive me for saying this, but don't like to be called old. And certainly would be very cross if you did describe them as old. But acceptance, the first letter of the alphabet, is to accept your age and its limitations and also its great possibilities. So my desire was really that it would encourage people.
I'm sure it will. So if you know anyone over 50, it's a great Christmas idea. Thank you, brother. That's great.
Thank you.